Hello, everybody. I'm Tracy, the Vice President of the Indianapolis Black Firefighters Association. And for the past 20 years, we have been doing study sessions, but this year we're doing things a little different.
Given everything that's been going on with the COVID-19 pandemic, we're unable to meet in person as we normally would. However, we still want to offer our resources and information to help you succeed in getting on this wonderful department.
Hi, I'm Dion. I just want to give you the rundown of what we're going to be talking about. We're going to be offering some successful tips in getting you prepared for arrival, getting prepared for the test, and also how to dress for the test.
Adrian here with IBFA. Just wanted to go over a few of the topics that you'll see on your written exam. For starters, there's going to be reading comprehension, where you have to go through a passage, understand what it says, and answer a few questions based on that specific passage. As mentioned earlier, you're going to want to use the test to take the test to help you better answer those questions. You also want to be tested on following directions. A big part of what we do on the fire ground and different runs is following directions. So that's what the test is going to also see if you can do that as well. Lastly, you're going to have some judgment and reasoning questions on there. It's going to see how you think, how you problem solve. Again, those are all things that we use on the real life streets. We're on these runs and incidents. So definitely keep those things in mind as you're taking the test and understand how everything applies to what you're actually trying to do to get on this job.
So you'll also see some math on the exam. I don't think it goes past the 10th grade level with your basic algebra. You see some basic addition, subtraction questions, multiplication, division. You will see some percentages, things that relate to mileage, distance, military time, angles, and space and volume. So some of those things you have to reassociate yourself with. Just like I said, use the packet. All the information that you'll need is in there. Rate time equals distance, other formulas that you'll use on the test. It's all in the packet. Make sure you look over that type of stuff. For the math, you can use Google as well. Type in firefighter math or firefighter math questions on the test. Use your resources. There's a lot of things out there that can help you on this exam. I think it'd be beneficial for you. They may give you that 1 or 2 points to get ahead of somebody else on this test.
Adrian here with IBFA. A few things to keep in mind also when taking the test. Make sure to stay calm. I understand test taking can create some anxiety, but you still want to remain calm, take your time to get through everything. Like Dion said, do not rush through it. It will cause some issues if you try to rush through it and all that. You also want to make sure that if you don't know something, instead of spending a lot of time on that one question, move on through the test and then come back to it. Make a note of which question that was, come back to it at the end of the test. That way you don't lose that valuable time on the back end of your time. Lastly, use the test to take the test. A lot of the times there's going to be certain words or things within the test that are going to give you clues to what the answer may or may not be. So pay attention to detail, find those things within the test that kind of help you answer those questions.
This is Dion here with the IBFA. Here are some helpful test taking tips. Number one is make sure you follow directions, both from the proctor and what's written on your packet. You're going to want to, first of all, spell your name correctly. That's a big one that a lot of people in the past have missed. If your name is not correct, they're going to have no one to associate the test to. Fill in all necessary boxes with your birth date, if there's social security, anything like that, that's going to be needed also. Read all information before you start your exam. Kind of look over, see how many questions are going to be. Know how much time you have to do them. Know where you're at on time. Make sure you read every question. Be alert to exclusionary words like most, not, least, all, very, except. Words like that can knock out maybe some of the answers that you see. Maybe have a 50-50 shot instead of a 75% chance of getting that. Make sure you check yourself. Check over your answers. Make sure that if you're on number 25, you're filling in circle number 25 or question number 25 on the exam sheet. Don't rush. You know, you want to pace yourself, but don't rush. If you get behind, maybe look ahead at some answers that you may think are quick or easier to complete. You know, every point counts. So if you're leaving questions open, you have no chance of getting those points. You know, if you're a little ahead, go ahead, and that means you have time to go back and check over your work too. So that one you thought may have been right, maybe you double check it and say, hey, maybe that wasn't the right answer. So, you know, pace yourself, don't rush, read over all information, ask questions if you don't understand the instructions.
Adrian here with IBFA. I just want to give you guys a few tips on pre-arrival and arrival to your written exam. For starters, you want to have a good, nice rest, be well rested so your mind is fresh, and you're ready to take the exam with everything that you have. You also want to make sure you have a good breakfast in you so you don't run out of energy, so you can still think clearly and all that good stuff. It's also a good idea to dress professionally. This doesn't mean a full suit and tie, but maybe a collared shirt, nice slacks, clean shoes. It still is part of a hiring process, so every step along the way is you making your first impression. You never know who may see you or may take notice of how you are when you arrive. You also want to leave a little bit early. I arrived at my written test about an hour before it started. You also want to know where you're going and where you can park. That way you're not right behind. We've had candidates in the past where they get there in just a nick of time, or they get there a minute late, and unfortunately the doors close. So you do not want to miss your opportunity simply because you did not get there with enough time to do what you need to do. You also want to make sure that you drive safely. You know, you don't want to get pulled over or get into an accident on your way there. Take your time, drive safely. You will get there. And lastly, make sure you bring your ID and leave all electronics. I mean, phones, watches, Fitbits, anything like that. Anything that can go beep, you want to make sure that you leave, just because that can be grounds for you to be dismissed from your written exam.
Hey again, this is Dion. I just want to let you guys know that every step along the way you want to prepare. Over-prepare for everything that you're going to do. That includes driving the day before, 2 days before. Drive your route so that you know where you're going, what traffic's like during that time, where you're going to park. All those things are essential. If you miss this part of the step, and this step in the process, this is it for you. You got one shot to do everything that they ask you. Arrive early, be comfortable, be prepared. The more prepared you are, the better you'll be on the test. So do everything that you can to set yourself up for success.
All right, everyone, there you have it. Those are the first session tapes that we're going to be doing today. Later on, we're going to have more for the oral interviews, so stay tuned. Please make sure that you email us when you guys make it through and find out that you've passed your written exam. And then from there, we'll be posting the oral interview sessions, and you can get a wealth of knowledge from those sessions. That's where we can really help you. The aptitude test, we can only do so much. We can tell you how to prepare, how to get there on time, and make sure that you just eliminate all the hazards and things that will stop you from being able to advance. But with the oral interviews, we can tell you how to craft your answers and actually how to get to that next step of the process. And that's where you really want to lock in and hone in. You got anything for them, D?
Social media.
All right, guys. So make sure that you look in the bio. That's where you'll find the links and be able to address and watch all of the sessions. You can rewind, you can play it back again, and make sure that you have all the information that you need. So good luck to you, and God bless.
Good luck.